Earth engine has 4 windows. The screen is divided into 4 windows, right? One is the map below. The bottom horizontal is map, right? That can be resized. You can pull it down. Currently, map is of not much interest to us, right? On the left-hand side, you have the scripts that you own, etc. Then you have something on the left-hand side. Do you see scripts? Okay, so you can save this script as number 1. Give any name you want. Is the name of satellite imagery.
There, okay. I was in the left.
Yeah, line 1 as well as line 2. Yes, MODIS. You take that and use that as a name for this script. So you click save.
Save as.
Yeah. Don't click anything. Okay. You have created a user called MODIS2. Now you type MODIS again.
MODIS2, MODIS. Then it will be. Do you see this square that I'm?
I know. I have seen. I see. Type MODIS. Yeah.
Okay.
Create.
And now it wants me to save the file.
Okay.
Again. MODIS again.
MODIS. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Okay.
Should I enter a description now?
No, not needed. Okay. Okay. So we have given a very complicated path. On the left-hand side, you see the path, right? Ideally, it should have been users. It said Hedelin, Beatrice Hedelin. We should have left it as that. Under that, we should have done MODIS and been done. Anyway, that is fine. Now I've got a script and it is saved on the cloud in your Gmail account, linked to your Gmail account. So in any browser, you log into your Gmail and then you do code.earthengine, you'll get this same window, all these scripts again. Fine, let us go, let's understand what is going on here. Okay, now, do you know shapefiles, B, in GIS?
No.
Yeah.
No. Well, I have studied GIS when I was a student, but
so
I don't remember. I recognize the name. But...
Yeah. So Pawan, if you can share any shapefile of AP state boundary, or Elena, anybody, just share a zip file of your shapefile in the chat window or somewhere, or I will give one.
Like any file, Nagesh?
Any file with just one polygon boundary. See, currently, I will explain the reason. It refers to line 6. Okay, line 6. Do you see? Yes. Let's go through the code. Let's go through the code once. Yeah. So basically, various kinds of free satellite imagery is available for whole of Earth, right? And it is at various resolutions. Resolution is 2 kinds. One is spatial. The more micro it is, the lower the number it will be. This resolution is, MODIS is, in line 1, do you see 250-meter resolution? That will be the size of each pixel. It will divide the Earth into a quarter-kilometer grid. Length quarter-kilometer, width quarter-kilometer. So you have got a 250-meter by 250-meter pixel. Everything inside will be one uniform patch. And temporal resolution, that one is spatial resolution. Temporal resolution is 16 days. Every 16 days it acquires. So every part of the world is mapped once in every 16 days, and the pixel size is 250 meter by 250 meter. This is what MODIS is. Whereas, so when you want to study large areas, you use MODIS. Whereas when you want to study very small parts, you use European Satellite Agency, ESA's sentinel imagery. We will come to that later. That is 10 meter every 5-10 days. Okay, 5 to 10 days. We will talk about that later. This program uses MODIS. Now, line 1 obviously is a comment because it is in green and because it is prefixed with 2 slashes in the beginning. That means whatever text you write there, the computer simply ignores. This is a standard practice in programming. We call it commenting. It is commented out. It is just for our understanding. Whereas line 2 is something that's very important. We need to follow exactly same syntax. And since this is not a programming course, we won't explain what, where, variable, all that we won't say. We will straight jump to the word EE. You see the word EE? EE refers to Google's Earth Engine library. Basically, in programming, there are a lot of tasks that a programming world supports, and they are called functions, and they are grouped into libraries. So 2 keywords we need to know in programming: library and function. Anyway, EE is a library. In that library, we are calling a function. We are asking that library to do a certain task for us. What are we saying? Look, you have a whole collection of images with you. I want to access your library. Earth Engine is nothing but a terabyte repository of Google satellite imagery from various sources. Right? It has Google has entered into some agreement with the European Space Agency, US Landsat, MODIS, etc. So that image collection. So all these words we cannot change. No, it has to be exact. So if you copy and paste and I'll make you change the script, then only it will work. It will not work as it is. Now, what am I saying? In your image collection, the first argument to that is we are saying I want MODIS imagery, not Sentinel, not Landsat, not IRS of India, MODIS, and that keyword, right? MODIS 006, MODIS mod 13Q1, we don't touch any of that. Okay, we'll leave it as it is. What you as a non-programming user, let's say Pawan is interested in computers, has good literacy, but is not a programmer as such. So Pawan, what you can do, or B, I don't know if you know programming, is in line 3, we are saying you have your vast MODIS imagery. So I have told I'm interested in Google that I'm interested in your MODIS imagery in line 2. In line 3, I am saying what time range I am interested in. So filter date you cannot change, but the dates you can change. For example, I said 2020 February to May, February, March, April, May. The reason I chose that is because that is summer in India. And in summer, cloud cover will be less. We have monsoon and things like that. So whatever makes sense in our area of interest, region of interest, we have to put less cloud cover, the better. So for example, in Sweden, I don't know when you have a clear sky, right? So
It's
if you have,
it's very varying. It's very variating, very variated.
Oh, I see, it changes. Okay, so, but you do take summer vacation, so in summer?
Yes.
So what is that summer vacation? When to when?
July, mainly.
Okay, you can change those dates to July 1st to...
Can I do it? Or...
Yeah. To July 31st, we can say. Okay. Now, since it is a 16-day, you can get maximum of 2 images, no? Yes. That is okay, we will see. And it's always good to have, I'll tell you later, we'll come back to this. Now, the next one is MODIS actually already processes its imagery and gives what is called NDVI. We will understand later. Okay, so we will not touch line 4. Please don't change. So all that you have changed right now is you have said my source of satellite imagery is MODIS. my time range I am interested in is July 1st to July 31st, right? Now, you can comment out line 5, that is more for debugging purpose. Go to the beginning of line 5 and put 2 forward slashes. Right. You can see it has become green. The computer is not going to process it. In the next one, what we are saying is in line 2, you collected MODIS images for July 1st to 31st of the NDVI type, whatever that NDVI we'll explain later. And whatever the system returns, you are putting it in a variable called images. You see the left-hand side of the equation is images. In line 2, can you highlight that images, B?
Line 2.
Line 2. Images. Left of the equation. Equal to. Yeah. Right. Just the images part. So the same images word I am now using in line 6. No.
Yes.
Okay. So I am saying now look in line 2, I told you to gather all the images that you have, right? Those images, I want you to do averaging. How many ever images you have got? It could be 1 image, it could be 10, right? So image is nothing but a matrix of values, isn't it? An image is a 2-dimensional image, is nothing but a set of, is a matrix actually, with each cell value representing the brightness. Typically, red, green, blue, but it could be more also. You are saying for each of those pixels, you take a median value, not mean or mode. These are the 3 things, right? Mean, median, mode we learned in statistics. So we are saying median. So what you do is, if you take, let us say images has, let us say 3 images. 1st of July, 16th of July, and only 2 images, let us say. Okay, then it will stack them one over the other. At each pixel, it will punch a hole, pick up the 2 values from these 2 images. And actually it is a wrong example, but in a median, it will, if we had 3, then it would take the middle one. If we had 4, it will take the average of the second and the third, after ordering the values. Anyway, my goal is not to explain to you median. I'm assuming you all know what median is. It is doing median of each pixel. For each pixel, it is doing a median. So it is trying to basically make a average of this median, some kind of an average of these images, so that the cloud cover is lost. Cloud cover would typically be very extreme, right? It would be either dark means 0, otherwise bright. So those guys, median is good when you want to throw away extremities, extreme values. So it will pick up the correct value, hopefully. It is unlikely that the area of interest, the house that we are interested in, will be cloudy in all the images. So it will pick up the correct pixel from each of these images, right? From different images. Anyway, median. So we are getting it to do median operation on that. So that also you won't touch. Next is clip. Now we are saying, look, you are giving me images median is for whole of the world. We have not limited in spatial way anywhere so far. We limited temporally. So that clip is where the spatially you are saying, don't give me the whole of Earth. My region of interest is, in my particular place, I said Tamil Nadu TN _ state. There is a state in India called TN, Tamil Nadu. Okay, you see the word TN _ state _ ROI in line 6.
You mean this?
Right. Now, if you were to run this code, it will not run. It will complain saying Tamil Nadu state ROI is not there. Okay. So, what I can do is I can give you that file. Let me just I will share the screen for a minute. Okay. You
Should
can
I
unshare
stop?
your screen. You unshare your screen. Yeah. Stop. So this is the same code that you see, right? So here I have this one. Now I actually have something called imports. Okay? If I go to my assets, if each of you go to your assets, you will not have any assets, most likely. Whereas I have an asset called here, Tamil Nadu State ROI. Okay. So, and you see in the world, I belong here. In India, within India, this is Tamil Nadu State. Yes.
Where should I paste it?
Line
Right
1.
here.
Line 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's there.
Very good. So now in line 7, okay, try running. Otherwise, if it doesn't work, then line 7 will replace it with table, word table. Okay.
So run, how do I do that? How do
There's
I
a
run?
run button at the top.
Just
After
top.
save. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Just change that in line 7, TN state ROI to the word table, all lowercase.
Where should I put table?
TN state ROI. You delete that. And type the word table, lowercase, because that is what you gave on the left hand side of equation 1. Now you save and run.
Save.
Okay, do the same thing in line 15 too, please.
And the 7, should it stay or?
No, that stays.
7 stays.
No, yeah. See, Beatrice, the logic is this. In line 7, line 1, you called it table, right? Lowercase table. Yeah. So you have to call it everywhere that only.
So okay. Table.
You could have called it something else, share if you wanted. Huh? Yeah. Okay, now you save and run.
No.
It has taken you to India and it has done analysis also. Okay, so what it has done is it has taken you to India, that the boundary you gave, right? And it has shown overlaid Google imagery with the MODIS image. Okay, from the okay. So now you pull down the reduce the map size. I'll explain. Thanks, Alexi. Yeah. So sorry for the time we took. So now what we have done in actually we should have there is a region of interest we need to tell Google Earth. Only we know what region we are interested in. The way we do is typically through a shapefile. Is a standard way of storing, just like docx is a standard way of storing text file. A standard way of storing GIS files is the shapefile, obviously, right? So now I have that Tamil Nadu state as a shapefile. I uploaded into my under my username and I have shared it with you. Ideally, let us say if you wanted to do it for Sweden or any other country, you should get a national boundary as a shapefile. I'm sure it will be available. Once you get that shapefile on your local hard drive, you can go to assets and import it there. Okay, that also we will try to do later. For now, we will try to see what happened. So in line 1, we have said, I don't have my country's shapefile, but I'm going to deal with Nagesh Kolagani's Tamil Nadu state shapefile, which he agreed to share with me. with everybody. It is a public file. So please import that. That word importing is called feature collection. Okay. Feature is geographical GIS, image is remote sensing, satellite imagery. Line 3 has image collection. Line 1 is feature collection. Okay. So feature collection, how did Earth Engine know my boundary? Because I shared it with saying this is public, right? That's why you're able to import. On the left-hand side of that equation, line 1 equation, you have given the word table. You could have called it anything you wanted. That Tamil Nadu state boundary we have used in line 7. So if you, now actually you didn't comment out print images. You had commented out, we did not save it, right? All the changes we have done have gone. So now it is again doing February to May. Okay. So February to May, Tamil Nadu state it has done, right? And since print images is not copied, on the right hand side, do you see a image collection? Can you open that? Yeah. So if you see now image collection, how many images? It has only one image, right? Actually, if it had more image list, can you click on features, expand features? Can you expand that window by pulling to the left, resizing that window? Between the code and the console, there is a vertical line, which is resizable, right? Now, if you see, it is telling you that the temporal resolution that you gave, February 1st to May 31st, in those 4 months, how many images it has got, it is telling you. It is telling you that it has acquired how many images? 0 to 7. And it is telling you the dates on the right hand side. What are the dates? Can you see, Beatrice?
Yes, the 2nd of February and 18th.
February, every month 2 images, roughly.
Yes.
Since I said 4 months is my area of time of interest, it picked up 4 into 2, 8 images. That is where it's saying features 8. These 8 images, it is doing a median in line 7. Okay, so after doing a median and after clipping it to my Tamil Nadu state, not the whole world, then in visualization, it is just a way of rendering green, yellow. If you see my image, I'm given some green, yellow, right? So those, if you see the palette, line 13, do you see line 13?
Palette, yes.
Yeah. So I am saying RGB, some 4 shades I'm giving it. All these we won't touch. It is just one palette I'm got from somewhere and I'm using. When you want to render a matrix into a visually appealing image, you need to say what value will map to what color, right? 0 to 255, if it is this, etc. So that is coming from line 13. We won't touch those values because we don't understand those. Now line 15, it is saying below map, capital MAP refers to the map window below. You are asking the map to center on my region of interest. What is my region of interest? Tamil Nadu state. Table. I am calling it table. So I am saying, please, the whole world, I could have seen anything. I am asking it to center on my area of interest. And then the question is, if I am centering on my Tamil Nadu, my area of interest, how much do I zoom? Okay. So if I change 7 to, let us say, 9, the zoom will be more or less. I forget. You save and run again and you will see. So it has zoomed in. Whereas if you were to do 5 or so, then it will be zooming out. Try 5. Okay, you can see what is happening, right? So you are centering on what your region of interest and your scale, resolution, zoom you are giving, right? Good. And that's it. This much you are able to. Now, what is that we have given actually? So if you put restore 7 back and increase the window, put 7 back and pull the map up before you run.
Before I run.
Yeah, make it bigger.
Hmm.
Yeah, now you run. Now actually this has identified all the dark greens are actually forest areas. And you can see there is a famous river, Telangana is Kaveri. Can you, I don't know if you can identify the river. Yes.
Is it here?
Yeah. So it would be really nice if we can actually do Sweden now. If you go to a new tab, Sweden shapefile.
Aha.
Pawan, if you can help me with that on your window. Pawan. Is there any, Pawan, if we can look and share the zip file. Pawan. Yeah. So just see if there is a shape file you can download of the Swedish or any other area. No? Elena, if you have, we can, or I will try to share something other than what I am interested in. So Sweden shapefile download, I'm typing in my machine. Okay, I get the word Sweden shapefile. Just type that.
Yeah, I have posted a link in a chat box.
Yeah.
Should I download it then? Should I open it or save it?
Okay, what happened when are you able to download a zip file?
But should I save it somewhere
Yeah.
then or open it?
Yeah, I hope it is safe. Later we will know very soon.
I save it then. Okay.
Yeah. What happened to your screen? Okay, can you click on that? Yeah. Okay, so you can go to that where that folder is saved.
No, should I open it now or?
No. You unzip the zip file and tell us if you have got files out of it or not.
Sorry, tell us if what?
This is a zip file. Can you please
It's a
unzip
zip
it
file.
somewhere?
It's a zip file.
Maybe we can even import it as a zip file. Anyway, you unzip it and then let me know. Then we will do something.
Unzip it. Does that happen when I open it then, I guess? Or yes. Now it's Sweden. Now I got a folder. Now I got a folder with different files.
Very good. Very good. So please remember where that folder is. Okay. Right. Yeah, I also got Sweden _ shape file, right? Okay. And it has lots of files in it. About 15 files, no problem. Okay. Now you go to your script.
You
go to your Earth Engine script.
This one?
Yeah. So, 1 second. Right. So you go to assets. Okay, click new. Shape files. Below table upload, there is a shape file. Click that. Okay. Click select. Go to where your Sweden shape file. Click on the
Which one should I select?
Take Sweden SC 100 kilometer. DBF, PRJ, SHP, SHX.
This one? These ones?
Yeah. Open those. Okay. Yeah,
Upload.
now import these.
Already 100%.
Right, because that's what, okay.
Hmm.
So, but that is also again churning.
Yeah, this will be done in less than 1 minute.
Yeah,
So
so
that will
let us
be
wait. Let's wait. Were you able to do it, Pawan?
Yeah. First, I had chosen 10 kilometers and 1 kilometer. Since it was running continuously, I have cancelled. There is a cancel button in my desktop. So I can see the cancel button. I cancelled them out and I have chosen 100 kilometers and that was done in less than 1 minute. Now I can see that in assets.
Okay, very good. So let us just wait. It will get done, I think. Just patience.
Strange, I couldn't cancel it then.
No, you have cancelled the second one and your cancel itself is waiting. Okay, even cancel takes time.
Aha.
Okay, but let's not worry. It will get cancelled eventually. Your first one alone is going on. And, okay, so now do the save anyway while we are at it. In script save, it's always good to save.
Sorry.
Script save. Script is a middle window. Do the save.
Save.
Yeah. Okay. So now you click on scripts tab, and let us move to a new one. Is there a new button? Yeah, click new. Just repository. If you say no, escape. No, we don't want to do that. Okay, just say file. Yeah, click file. You give a name saying
Sweden or?
No. Say Sentinel. SCNTINEL. Sentinel. Yeah. NEL, not MEL. NEL. EL. NEL. Correct. 2A. 2 capital A. 2 number 2 capital A. A for apple. Yeah. Okay. Now click on that Sentinel 2A. Yeah. So this is a fresh new code. I think actually our import is ready. So anyway, go back to Modis. Click on script Modis. In scripts tab, left-hand side, click on Modis. Right. Now go to assets. Okay. Refresh, click the refresh. Okay, now very good. So you have, okay. Now you have got, this is your Swedish boundary. Right. You can see the 1 kilometer grid, 100 kilometer grid. Right. Now you do click the word import. This will import it hopefully into your script. Okay, now you see the import. Okay, above line 1. It is not part of your code. Okay, and the variable name you gave there is table, table. Okay, so now if you run, the same work will get done for Sweden. Click save always.
And run.
Yeah. This is Sweden. Okay, can you expand the window? You might have to adjust the zoom. 7 is too much to capture.
Сообщение, может, я тебе сообщу, может, Миша раньше собрать, 1,5 часа. Совершенно ничего.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Sweden, right?
Hmm. Is it
Okay.
cloudy? The yellow color, is it because of the
No, is there a
clouds?
forest in yellow? What is yellow? Do you know?
Not it mountains, but maybe clouds as well. And this yellow here is large lakes.
I
So
see.
water and maybe clouds are watery as well.
I don't know. As I said, I used some palette that I didn't really understand. The whole key is in your palette. The code I showed you, you pull down the code.
I think yellow is water is yellow
So
here.
those 4 values palette, we need to change. Anyway, I don't know much. Let us ignore for now. Okay. So we got something going, and let us try the next script, Sentinel 2A. Okay. Okay. So now go to, in the left window, go to scripts. Now you click on Sentinel 2A. I will give one more large piece of code in the chat window. Okay, I've shared one link in the chat window. Can you pick it up from there? And click on that link. It will open to a Google document that contains script. Okay, Control A. Take the whole piece of code, Control C, and go and paste it. Go to your, click there in line 1 and paste it. Save it. I thought you already, okay, I don't know how we lost. Sentinel 2A. That is a file name we wanted to give. No space, no space, no space, no space. Okay. Yes. Yes, just type S. Okay, fine. So now you increase the map window size. No, increase the map. We won't try to understand. We will run it. Okay. Now there are no imports. I don't think are needed for this. Just run it. This will take you to my village and use a 10-meter resolution and does a lot of work. And I'll explain to you what it is doing. Okay, so now before we understand the code, let us see what it is doing. You click on the, towards the top right, you see the word layers. To the right, a little to the right. Next to your Carta satellite. Yeah. Switch off all of them. There are 4 checks, unchecked. Yeah. Okay. Now click on satellite instead of Carta. Instead of cartography, click on satellite. Okay, so basically in Google Earth, instead of map, we are now looking at satellite imagery. Okay, now in the middle, do you see one vertical river? Kind of vertical. Little to the left, more left. No. Right. Stop. Yeah, that's the line. That's the river. Small stream. To the left of that, there's one more parallel stream, which is not very clear. To the left. Little to the left. Yeah. There's one more stream. That is actually a bigger one. Okay, right? So now, if you now go to layers, click on layers. Now you click on NDVI image. You will see that both have been identified. Can you see that? That one was a little faint, whereas the left one is more strong. Okay, so NDVI is a vegetative index. VI stands for vegetative index. Based on the vegetation that is supported by the stream, this is not a river. It is actually, water flows only when there is rain. That moisture supports vegetation. So actually this image was processing vegetation, and it so happens vegetation is along the stream bed. So it is identifying the streams. Okay, so I was able to, what I want to say is I was able to identify streams in my village without automatedly. So if I were tomorrow to go to a village I have never seen before, African village, let us say, I will be able to, even before going there, I can identify all the streams by running this. Now, how did we do that? That is what we want to understand the code. Okay, so now you can pull the map window down, and I will explain I'll explain the code. Okay, so this is about 32 lines of code, including comments, right? So what is line 1? Line 1 is comment. Line 1 you understand is comment, right, Beatrice? Right. Line 2, what is right hand side of the equation? You know, in computers, all instructions are processed right to left almost. The right of the equation is processed first, and then that is assigned to the left side. Okay, left is only a name. Right side is actual task. So what we are saying is, look, Earth Engine EE, you have a library called, another library within you called geometry. And within that, you have something called rectangle. And here is my region of interest. How did we earlier describe our regions of interest, Tamil Nadu state or Sweden? It's a very complex boundary. It is not a rectangle. So we took so many points along the boundary. Somebody cartographically traced it and gave it as a shapefile of 10,000 or 1,000,000 points, whatever, whatever, right? So here we are taking the shortcut of saying Nagesh village is a rectangle. Here are the bottom left and top right longitude, latitude. How many coordinates I have given, Beatrice? I have given 4, right? So first one is longitude, latitude of bottom left of the rectangle. And then top right, longitude, latitude I have given. These two diagonal points define a rectangle. So any area of interest, tomorrow we both go to an African village, or you go to your Swedish village, wherever, or any urban area of interest, you can simply replace those values with whatever you want. Currently, it took you to my village. If you have any area of interest, your neighborhood, you can put those numbers there, for example. Okay, we will do that later. Okay, so we can choose any values, right? Now, next is, so in step 2, I have defined my region of interest, spatial. Earlier, we used shapefile to first try Tamil Nadu, then we tried Sweden. Now we are trying a small village, right? About 1,000 acres maximum, right? Now, we straight go to line 5. Line 5, what is the first one? We are using the same word, image collection, on the right hand. Always look at the right hand side of the equation. EE, you are saying you have a library called, or function called image collection. Now earlier we said that's your dog. He's also interested in my class. So we are saying we are not interested in MODIS now, because when we were looking at whole of Sweden, right? We are okay with 250-meter resolution. Now we want Landsat, which is 30-meter resolution. Landsat is US Geological Survey, USGS, and that gives 30-meter resolution. I can afford 30-meter because my area of interest is smaller now. Okay, so I say I want Landsat, and if you want to use Landsat, you have to exactly use the string. You cannot change that. That is the scientific name to that imagery. Okay, so here you don't change anything. You can only change those 4 numbers. You should not change anything else. Okay, eventually, a long time back, Alexei was asking, are we expecting people to understand programming? No. You either go in and change these numbers, what I tell you to change, or we will give a nice user interface where you can type these numbers. No? So image collection, we are saying I'm interested in Landsat imagery, not MODIS. And line 6 will be ignored. And what is line 7? Can you interpret line 7, Beatrice?
Filter bounds.
So you are basically saying, spatially, I don't want the whole of Earth of Landsat. I only want Nagesh village. Filter the boundary, the bounds, right? Okay, filter this image with this boundary spatially. What is that boundary? What is the argument? ROI.
Yes, but what
And
does
have
that?
is ROI defined above anywhere? Can you look up and see ROI where it is?
Yes, here.
Yeah. And that is exactly the rectangle we gave. Okay, don't go all over there. Just go to Nagesh village defined by this rectangle. Okay, so that is how it happens. So ROI. Then what is the line 8?
The date for the images.
May, June, July. Right? You can change it any temporal range you want. So line 8 you can change. Line 2 you can change. Anything else you can't. That defines spatial and temporal boundaries. Right? So if you were to take a different, let us say you want to study, you are not interested in 2020, you want 1990, right? You have to make sure Landsat is available in 1990. You want to know how your village was, right? So then you say 1990, some months you choose, then you tell Landsat and you give you a bounds of your area of interest in line 2. Then you can go historically back, right? Which you can, that is the power of this script, this Earth engine, basically. Next, line 12. What is on the right hand side? So you are saying, you read the line 10 comment.
Clip image to ROI and discard remaining part of the satellite image.
No, line 10, line 10.
Pick an image with the least cloud cover.
Earlier, we have tried the median approach, if you remember, in MODIS. Right? If you remember. Instead, here we are saying, look, in the time of study, May to July, in 6 months, you must have got 3 months, you must have got some 6 images or, many more images. Out of those images, please pick an image that has the least cloud cover. That will, right? So what it does is, how does it do? You are asking the images, what is the word after the dot you are putting?
Sort.
On what? Sort on what?
Cloud cover.
Cloud cover is a Earth Engine's language vocabulary. You are basically saying it's sorted based on the best to the worst. And take the first one, the best in cloud cover, least in cloud cover. Right? That will give you one image, and then you are saying that that will be the image of whole Earth. And you are saying clipping it to my region of interest, ROI. Again, you already did filter bounds in line 7. For some reason, you have to clip it again here also. So now I have got the best image for the given time range for the given region of interest. That will be stored in left side of equation 12, line 12. EPGP underscore image. That's the name of my village, code name, E Palagotapalli village. Right? So it will be stored there, one image. If you see line 7, I used line 5, I used plural images. Line 5, I use images because what I got could have been more than one image. It's a whole collection. Here I've got one image because I've chosen the word first. Right? From among these images, I took the best with the least amount of cloud cover. Right? If I do last, I would have got the worst. Is that clear, Pawan? Yeah. Okay. Next, now is I've got the best image for my area of study, for my time of study. Spatio-temporal, right? Okay. Space and time we have defined. Now you go to line 16 and 17. Line 16 and 18. Now what we are saying is, you know what a color image is? A color image is nothing but RGB, red, green, blue. You have heard of that, right? A gray image is just one matrix of values. Each pixel is 0 to 255. It's a black and white image, gray image. Whereas color images, each pixel will have 3 values, R, G, B. So it is like stacking 3 matrices, one on top of each other. One will be the red matrix, then the green matrix, then the blue RGB, blue matrix. Okay, and they superimpose these 3, and our eye interprets, right? So whereas in satellite imagery, it is not 3, they typically have up to 10 bands or more. Infrared, ultraviolet, so whatever, so many near infrared. So out of those so many bands that they have, Landsat has band 5 and band 4 that are of interest to us. What is band 5? Near infrared. NIR. Band 5 is near infrared. Band 4 is red. Just give me 1 minute. In line 16, what we are saying is, this image that I got from a bunch of images, I have come down to one image, the one with the least cloud cover. Is that clear, Pawan?
Yeah, that is clear.
Right. Now that one image has, as I told you, multiple bands, red, green, blue. Then it has something called red. Do you see line 18? In line 18, there is a word red.
Red.
Okay. I am extracting the red of that image. Okay. And if I go to Landsat and I'll ask, what is your code word for red? It says B4. I know B4 in Landsat is red. I said, in this image, please select me the B4. And I know, since I know it is red, on the left-hand side, I've used the word red. Okay. So if you pull up your image map, now go to layers, click red. This is how a red image. The red is not very informative actually, right? Now there's one more thing called near infrared. Can you uncheck this and go click the near infrared? This has got little more information. You can actually see the stream very faintly. Can you see? Very faint. Okay. Now you uncheck this. Click the one above. Now this is more prominent. You know what they have done? Somebody has come up with this vegetative index as a formula of the below 2. This information has come from just the below 2 ones. Somebody said, if I can do NIR minus red, whole divided by NIR plus red, it will be very prominent for vegetation. So at each pixel, they took the NIR value minus red value, whole divided by NIR plus red. Just that is the only formula they applied. And now pull the code and I will show. You can just stay there. You don't have to pull it. Okay. So in line 16 and 18, I have extracted band 5 near infrared. And line 18, I extracted band 4, which is red. In line 21, if you move down, what I have done, if you see, is from NIR on the right hand side of the equation. If you see NIR on the right hand side, yeah. Then I subtracted the red from it. NIR minus red. Subtract red. Divided by NIR plus red. Add. The whole thing I'm just renaming. It's just x minus y by x plus y. That whole thing will be stored in some label called EPGP image NDVI. Okay, and I'm giving it the name NDVI. Okay, now I put out, this is what, yeah. That NDVI word came from that line 23, rename NDVI. Right? Line 23. End of line 23, NDVI within quotes. Yeah, no, not that. End of that sentence, NDVI. Yeah, instead if I had typed veg, it would have become vegetation. Anyway, now rest of the code is very simple. I'm saying NDVI params. That is that line 27 is that blue, white, green. It is using white and blue and green. There's no water, so there's no blue. There's only white and green it has used. And the line 28, you are centering on the region of interest. And 14 is the zoom, right? I can increase by saying, I think 15 or 16, then the box will become bigger. 16 could be 2, yeah, right? Just run it. You have to wait for the whole box to get filled. It is taking time and it is really zoomed. And you can start seeing the pixelation because 10 meters is not enough to study the village, right? You zoom out, you do minus on the left side. Yeah. You can kind of see the streams, right? Anyway, so this is all there is to it. Now we can look at 1, 2 more. But basically what I was impressed was, you might not appreciate, but when I got into, I wanted to study a lake. Okay, there's one more thing I will go show about artificial intelligence, machine learning. One example with that we can kind of close. What's the time now? 1 second. What's the time? Have we overshot? No, we have 15 minutes more. Elena?
Yes, that's correct. I was about to tell you.
Yeah. So let us do one thing quickly. Let us go and create one more script and I will paste the code. Okay. Beatrice, go to scripts and do a new one.
Repository or
File.
file? What should we call it?
if you go to that file where you copied from, I changed the code. Okay, untitled file, just type ml, type ml. Instead of untitled file, type ml, capital ML. Yeah, okay. Okay, so double click on ML. Okay, now you go to that document I shared earlier. The second, the top right tab. There's a tab in your browser, the top right tab.
Google Doc.
No, in your browser.
Yes.
Yeah, that one. Okay, refresh this page. This is old. Refresh this page. Okay, Control A, copy this whole code. Control C, copy this to your script ML. Save.
And run?
No, run won't do. Let's see.
Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, that's okay. You now, okay, now, okay, fine, we need to, okay, pull the code down, make it bigger. Okay, so now let's try to follow and understand what we are doing quickly. Line 2, we understand, right? Now, region of interest is no longer my village. It is a lake in Chennai city. Okay. Now, numbers have changed. You can put any numbers you want. Line 2. Then line 5. I am using not Landsat. I am using what's called the European Agency's Sentinel imagery. So it is the word Copernicus after the scientist, right? That is a code word you have to use for getting European data. Then
so I'm sorry, Nagesh, can I just ask, so this Landsat and Copernicus data
so far,
is free and open, or how?
No. If you want to use MODIS, you already know what to say in image collection. In Landsat, you already know. If you want to use Sentinel-2A, European data, you need to use what is here now. Copernicus S2SR. Only then European Space Agency will come into picture. Sentinel-2A imagery is called Copernicus S2SR. Is that clear?
But is it free to use for anyone?
All these are free. Whatever I've shown you so far is free.
Okay. You just need to.
Yeah, it is 10-meter data. MODIS is 250-meter resolution. Landsat is better, 30-meter. Sentinel is even better, it's 10-meter. What we are now looking is 10-meter. Okay. Now, filter bounds, region of interest, Chennai Lake. Filter date, May, only month of May. Right? May 1st to June 1st. Now, and first time we saw median. Then I showed you the least cloud coverage. Can you interpret line 8 for me?
That you take.
LT stands for less than. We are saying who pick up all those images whose cloud cover is less than 10%.
Aha. Okay.
Cloudy pixel percentage less than 10%. You whatever number of images you have, please only take the less than 10%, guys. Okay. And then you apply line 10. What is line 10?
Line 10, median.
This we already know. So don't apply to all the imagery. Images apply median only to the best guys. Shortlisted in line 8. Okay. Now, and line 9, we are saying, look, don't do for all the bands. Don't waste my time, your time. Just do for these 4 bands of interest. Okay. If you remember, red was B5 or B4, and near infrared, we used only 2 bands there. Here we are using 4 bands. B2, B3, B4, B8. Okay. Now, what they are, we don't care. We will discuss that later. And line 11, you know, clip. We don't want anything outside of a rectangle, right? Now comes the tricky part. So you comment out line 14, because that 14, it is saying it doesn't have training water. I'll tell you what it is. You comment it out, line 14 for now.
So, sorry, did you ask me?
Yeah, comment out line 14.
Comment out.
Put 2 forward slashes in front of line 14.
Ah, sorry.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Do the same to line 18. Next 2 lines also, line 19, 20, 21, all of them. Go to the very beginning. Yeah. Yeah. Same thing. Line next 3 lines. Same to line 25 to 29. Line 32. Save this file. Run it now. Line 36. Go to line 36. Comment that also out. Wait. In line 36, classified image is not there. Wait. Remove the word classified underscore in line 36.
Should I take it away?
Just put image. Just type image there. Remove that class. Type image. Right. Now save and run. What is it complaining? Just okay, do one thing.
Should we take away?
No. Go to Sentinel 2A, the script Sentinel 2A.
Sorry, where should I go?
Script Sentinel 2A. Go to the left window. Yeah. So how did we add a layer there? Take line 27 to wait. Line 27 to 30. Take those 4 lines.
Should I copy them?
Right. Copy the 4 lines.
These 4?
Yeah. Take that.
So we have only 2 layers.
No. Take those 4 lines. Go to ML.
Sorry, which?
No,
These
go
4 lines.
Yeah. Take those 4 lines. Line 27 to 30. Yeah.
Okay.
Go to ML. And comment out line 36. Go to next line, paste those 4 lines, delete line 38 because that's a repetition. Or leave it, it doesn't matter, you don't have to delete. Add layer, ROI, NDVI, params. In line 40, instead of EPGP image red, just type as image.
Just image.
Yeah. Because that is what you have. You go up and see what is the image you have with you. Go to the top, line 8 or so. What on line 5? What did you call your image?
Copernicus.
No. Left-hand side of the equation. What is the name you gave? Left-hand side of the equation.
Image.
Yeah. So that's why I'm calling image there. Okay. I could have called it Nagesh, then it will be Nagesh below. Okay. So now you save and run this. Yeah. What is it complaining? What is error?
I think it's the own. No.
Cannot provide a palette when visualizing more than one band. Okay. Go to
But that was the old problem, wasn't it?
Go to the bottom of the code.
Bottom of the script.
Right. 16 params ROI. Just go. Stop. On visualizing more than one band. Okay, can you comment out line 9, please? Because that has become some band issue. Go to the beginning of line 9 and comment it. Okay, now save and run. Can you go to the script again, please? Sorry, what's the time now, Elena?
It's well, we're.
It's bedtime.
No. I just got a bit confused because my time is 1 a.m. But we are finishing.
Oh, we are on the dot, 7:30. Okay, we are end of our slot. Okay, as you can see, I am rushing and it's all becoming confusing. Basically, I will just take over and run and show my screen in 2 minutes, but this is incomplete. We'll have to revisit this. No point. I'll share screen now, Beatrice. Okay, so now I'll finish this and then let's try to see who we have here. Some minimal introductions. Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so if you see my screen, there are 3 imports that you people don't have. Okay, what are those 3 imports? Training water, training vegetation, training built up. Okay, so that is what I was trying to do, but it is becoming too much. Okay, so now if I run this, so basically if I go and so this is a Google imagery. Do you see the lake here in the middle?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I can zoom also. Okay, if I go click, the imagery was able to capture it. This green is the lake, which stands for vegetation without water. The core has still water. This is the water puddle. Around that there is vegetation, and it kind of got it okay. If you see the, you see the rectangle here, you see the bends here. It was able to capture quite well here also. Okay, how did this do? How did they do this? So if you see, if I switch it off, there's something, you see this training water. You see this training built. What is the color I gave? Red.
Red.
And what is the, how many is the number here?
21.
So if you see here, you see a polygon here. I went and identified 21 such boxes, which I told the computer, is these are known to me as buildings or roads, built up area. Then I said, do you see this vegetation? Green. Okay. So green, I said 11. You can't see them because most of them, I don't know if you can see a green box here.
Yes.
Yes.
There is a small green box here. There's a small green box. Even, I don't know, somewhere else. 11 such boxes I gave and said, these are known to me as vegetation. Right? Then I took them off. You can see them. Then I said, this is how water looks. Water you can't mix because it's a blue, right? Okay, if I use a satellite, maybe you can. Now, can you see my blue?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay, this is where I know there is water. So I told the Earth Engine, these are the 3 areas I know, right? This is training. I show how a cat looks and how a dog looks. 100 samples of cat, 100 samples of dog. Next, I show a computer an animal and it will say whether it's a cat or a dog, right? That is machine learning. That's training. That's how we train our kids, right? Cat, 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 dog, dog, dog. It will next time it will say that's a cat. Okay. So same thing we are trying to do to the computer. This I have done, and I was trying to make you do this on your machine. I could have given you this raw data, but this is how training you do. So if you see here, that is why your computer Earth Engine was complaining, I don't have line 14. Do you see?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying training collection. I'm merging the 3, and that you didn't have on your machine. It immediately complained saying, I don't know what to do. And then you do training using sample regions. Then do you see smile card, random forest, smile card? These are techniques. Okay. Given a training data, how to learn from it. Okay. We don't need to know any of that. We are just simply saying train using that algorithm. I just Googled, I found some word, I plugged it. Okay. None of these anybody needs to touch. All that they need to do is they need to give your area of interest. We will give a nice dialog box where you can go click 2 corners and that becomes your region of interest on a map. We are ready to do that. We'll ask for a date range of interest from date to date. Nothing else you need to change. Then you need to, of course, give your training set. This only the local person can give. So there is a way. Here I go. How do I do that? If you had this map, I want to increase from 11 to 12. I will go here. Somewhere I need to click. I will say polygon, rectangle drawing. I will say this is, let us say this is water. I'll draw a rectangle there, right? And it has become 12 now. Vegetation has become 12 now. Okay. I want one more here. How much is vegetation now? 13. Okay. So I can go on adding. It's as simple as that. You want water, 10. I go click that and I say this is water. You see, now it has become 11. It's quite easy. Pictorially, people need to create the training data set. That's what I was trying to get you to do. Anyway, we will revisit at some point. Over to you, Elena. Maybe we can just chat with other participants. I didn't even see who else is there. I apologize.
Thanks a lot, Nagesh, and thanks a lot, Beatrice. Yeah, to be honest, for me it was a really new thing, and quite challenging. But now I really want to follow the same steps with the map of Australia. This one I could find. Map of Russia is a bit more complicated to find. Probably I need to search a bit more. But thanks a lot.